Nigeria and of course talk on measures taken to combat the spread of the coronavirus, because efforts to combat the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic is intensifying in some parts of Nigeria, as churches have been closed in Lagos to minimize public gathering to curb the spread of the disease. Members of several churches have been asked to pray at home as part of precautionary measures to avoid people from being contaminated by the virus. Local researchers are also working hard to devise means to end COVID-19 pandemic. Let's have more of that in this report.
Is usually packed with cars on both sides every Sunday morning, and it's because of this church. But this Sunday, it's a different picture. Complying with the directive of the Lagos State government limiting the number of worshippers in churches and mosques to 20, the church has decided to cancel its service altogether.
I've been discovered that it's a global problem, and what everybody is trying to do is to provide solution to whatever that is happening, and to protect the lives of the people. The best we could do is to suspend the service and also to keep on praying for every member of the church, wherever they may be, so that they will not be affected. And not this alone, to also pray generally for the entire populace in the country.
And it's not only Christ Apostolic Church. Many other churches in the city also locked up their gates, asking members to pray from home. A few weeks ago, this would have been unimaginable in a deeply religious country as Nigeria. Authorities say this is going to be the new norm for some time.
I believe that in the course of praying to God, that there's going to be a divine intervention that will bring everything into permanent solution.
And talking about solution, this molecular biologist and clergyman says he and his team of researchers are working on a homegrown one and only require support to complete it.
My proposal is looking at how to actually stop the virus to have its way to the host cell. And if this virus can get inside the cell, before you know, even the natural immune system will mop up the virus. Because the strength of the virus, including that of Ebola virus, is that when they evade the cell and they're able to get to the cell, they can degrade the cell, and with that they can multiply easily in the cell, and that can make it deadly. So that is where our research is looking towards, and we have quite a number of things that we are proposing to run the research that can eventually be formulated as drugs.
His proposal sounds quite exciting, but without the needed funding, it might continue to remain in the cooler. And while the country hopes for a scientific solution to the COVID-19 pandemic, it is also praying for a divine one.
Before now, many Nigerians had been going to churches and mosques to pray away COVID-19 from the country. They would now have to do so from their homes. It's something many religious people in this country never imagined, but it's a reality that they now have to live with, at least until COVID-19 is fully contained here.
Efforts to contain the ongoing, of course, spread of the COVID-19 continues around the globe.